Travis went good, so they opened up the community room early this morning, and dear God, it is a mess. So let's do as many videos as I can before this place starts to fill up. I can't communicate with Mormons. Mormons refuse to be communicated with. There are certain words that have had an understood meaning that Mormons have now changed. And regards to authoritative source, Mormons say the prophet, a living prophet, not the dead ones, thanks to Elder Benson at BYU talk. But yeah, he wasn't even authorized to give that, and Mormons made that authorized. But despite the contradictions in it, it's the 14 Fundamentals of a Living Prophet, I think is the title. But the Joseph Smith Papers, guys, I've been pushing that. Why? Because there's bombshells in there. And the church knows there's bombshells in there, but yet still on the front page of their own website for the Joseph Smith Papers, it's the church's website. Mormons are making all sorts of excuses not to read it, not to search it, not to study it like their scriptures, because it trumps our scriptures now. It says it's the authoritative source, not our scriptures, not the living prophet. The Joseph Smith Papers are the authorized source. And so, yes, I've been doing videos all about the bombshells. And I could focus on March 17th, 1842, and keep pushing for women's rights in the church. I thought I'd go for the jugular, 19 July, 1840. B. Joseph Smith prophesies, using Mormon lingo, that Brigham Young is not only Judas, the leader of the secret band of Gadianton within the church called the Danites. He then says that they, the whole 12 of Brigham, would murder him, Joseph Smith. And they were bloodthirsty people. And so I already had done the research and had found out a lot of this stuff, but to see the actual authoritative source document from the Joseph Smith Papers, which of course that's why Brigham Young didn't ever publish it, sort of left it behind. Because if you don't know, the Joseph Smith Papers are the original documents to confirm or refute what was in the Joseph Smith history that the church has long since stopped publishing. And yet they aren't making changes to our scriptures yet. I doubt they ever will, because of the timing of things that are going on right now. And as they keep pushing the traditional errors by over the pulpit of conference, and you'd think that they would be pushing the Joseph Smith Papers beyond the website, as they say it's the authoritative source. So you'd expect conference for them to be referring to the Joseph Smith Papers and pushing the authoritative source, so that Mormons would do research from there from now on. But they're not. They even have a church news thing where it's on their front page even about an app to study the Book of Mormon better. No, Joseph Smith Papers, guys. Joseph Smith Papers. So again, the church is again, going contrary to what they're doing, confusing Mormons on purpose for that reason. So, yeah. I can't communicate with Mormons. The popular videos, we need to do a video on that. Since the weekend, last week, they come from the Joseph Smith Papers, guys. And YouTube no longer shows you guys the thumbs down. And so now YouTube has made us as creators vulnerable to abuse by keeping the thumbs down so that we can see how many people hate us and want us dead and are threatening our lives. Way to go, YouTube. Good job. But, yeah, Mormons are in an outrage. And it's not critics. Critics are loving my videos. It's Mormons. Mormons who refuse to acknowledge what the truth is that is exposed in the Joseph Smith Papers, the original documents. And Gerald and Sandra Tenner were exposing a lot of the original documents of scriptures, showing how the Doctrine and Covenants has just been completely gutted by Brigham Young. Although she thinks that it was Joseph Smith who was doing it, I'm not. If only they embrace science rather than Christian dogma, they could have done so much better. But at least they put out the original documentation. And so they are what caused the church to do these Joseph Smith Papers thing, is they're obtaining and finding all the original documents and are putting them all together for us. But yeah, the name of the church, Brigham Young fraud. The temple, endowment, with all that, Brigham Young fraud. Magic underwear, Brigham Young fraud. All of that's exposed, guys. Council of 50, I need to do a video on that. I did it again while I was silenced for the week. So, yeah, I'm going to need to put an order of videos for you. So, yeah, if Mormons will not accept the truth, go to the Joseph Smith Papers. I even had a Mormon complain, if you're just going to put a link, I'm not going to trust you. Oh, dear God. You're just making excuses to continue to be horrible people. Because that's what you are. You are horrible people. The church has turned you into monsters. And the AP came out again with another news story yesterday about how horrible Mormons are. And if you aren't aware of it, dear God. That horrible condition is rising here in Utah. Although it was in Arizona where the incident took place. It's the Arizona Mormons. Again.